So let's circle on back to the United States and just discuss the racism that may or may not exist here. First of all, yes, let me acknowledge the fact that there is racism from the radical right. There is the KKK. There are neo-Nazis who hate just about everybody, including Jews, Africans, Arabs, whoever. Most Americans, however, are pretty cool in the center. So let's go from this, let's make a circle here. And you have the radical right over here. Let's do that. And then you circle around. Everybody in here is pretty cool, pretty chill. And then you get to the radical left. And there you will find racism. True racism. You will find people that are advocating for safe spaces for only black people where white people aren't allowed. That black people should have their own separate institutions, their own separate graduations, and they will argue for this fervently. I was accused of racism because I stated that America was a land of great opportunity and that if you work hard, if you work diligently, if you work intelligently, you can get ahead here and you can achieve a quality of life that surpasses virtually anywhere else that you can anywhere in the world that you can live. And I was told that my statement was the result of my white privilege, an example of it, and thus racist. That is sickening. That is sickening. There was nothing racist in my statement, but you can find racism if you're on the radical left. Everybody is racist. And white people can certainly do no good. In fact, in Syracuse University, just the other day, because of some fake hate crime, some Jussie Smollett fake hate crime, they have decided that the students can have same race roommates at the request of the black students, naturally, or the colored students, whatever color they might have been. And congratulations, once again, you are doing the work of the KKK. You see, let that sink in for a second. Yeah, you're aligning yourself with the same KKK members, with the same neo-Nazis who want racial segregation. So you go from the radical right, you go around the circle, you come to the radical left, and their ideas of race are right in sync with each other along the circle. It's scary to me how racist the radical left is. So if you want to talk about racism that exists in America today, it's on the side of the radical lefties. Also the radical right. Remember that. Don't write in the comments that I didn't single them out too. Let's box them both in, right? Let's box in the haters. So, again, when America was founded, yeah, there was slavery and it existed and it's a shame. And Jim Crow also existed. And this was systemic racism and it's horrific. It is. And I feel for anybody who dealt with that. And these were sets of laws that were on the books. So even in the South, in Jim Crow, if you wanted to sit at a lunch counter and you were black, you couldn't. Not necessarily because they didn't want your business, because plenty of people who might have racism in the heart will not act on it because they want your business, but they were not allowed to because it was a law on the books and there would have been hell to pay for the owner of the diner. When Martin Luther King says that it hurts. He said something like that it hurts when you can't allow your child into the amusement park. Yes, these are not because there's these are because the laws that were on the books that actually prevented them from letting you in, not because the business owner didn't necessarily want your money, because everybody wants your green. Everybody wants your green. Regardless of that fact, we have passed that. And Obama, two times we elected him. You figure you would have learned from your mistake the first time, but as in America as a whole, we did it twice. How racist can we be? We're not. Racism is so not prevalent in America that Jussie Smollett has to manufacture his hate crime. Do you know how many hate crimes have been manufactured, including this recent one that was likely manufactured at Syracuse? They're not even reported in the news because the news is completely biased and they're seeking this narrative, us versus them, when in fact Americans are very much united, very much more united. When I go to a basketball game, I cheer for the 9 black guys and 1 white guy on the court because I don't care. In fact, let me show you an example of my racism. If I'm picking a basketball team and I've got 2 players of equal stature and I've never seen them play, yeah, I'm going to pick the black guy. I'm just going to be thankful every day that I'm American, that I have a passport that allows me to come back to this country. And I really wish that as Americans we'd be more grateful for what we have and not seek to amplify the divisions that exist, which is what I see every single day on the nightly news, because we should come together and just, the color of somebody's skin should be the most boring aspect about you, and it should be what I care about the least. So let's all come together and be bored by skin color. Who cares? It's not that big a deal. It doesn't necessarily reflect how somebody's going to behave. Let's judge people by the individual. And let me close with Martin Luther King's statement. Let my 4 little children be not judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. And this is what I wish we would all do. Martin Luther King is one of my great heroes, and if you think this video will benefit anybody, please feel free to share it. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button. Blessings to everybody out there, and be grateful that